and we are talking about out of town sponsoring. Have you ever wondered when you should start contacting your out of town people? Or perhaps maybe you have a team that's starting to grow out of town and you're not quite sure what to do, how to support them, and what exactly is involved. Well, if that is you, then this is a live stream for you. Who is this live stream for? If you are in network marketing, of course this is a live stream for you. If you have a goal of building a big team, having an organization that literally spans the globe, then that's what we're gonna be talking about. Now, if you have new people that are just getting started and maybe they're like, hey, when do I talk to my out of town people? I know these people here, I know these people there. We are gonna cover all of that. This may be for you, it also may be for people that you know. Of course, if there's somebody in particular that you would like to invite, you can go ahead and put their name in the comment section and they'll get a personal invite. So let's talk about it. When is it time to start sponsoring out of town? You know, oftentimes people get started and they're brand new and, you know, they're not quite sure what to do, where to start, who to start with. And so let's kind of talk about first, you know, what is the flow that somebody should start with for building their organization? You know, first and foremost, I believe you should start locally. If you've been living in an area and you've been there for a little while, you know a few people, start in your backyard because those are the easiest people to support. It's easier to walk across the street than it is to go across the country. So start with the people that you know that's your warm market, and then obviously you can build out from there as you start prospecting or as you start getting into contacts that perhaps are maybe, you know them, but you guys are not super tight. That is the first thing. Then from there, once you kind of established your home base, then we can start talking about going to different areas. Now, what is important when you go to different areas? You have to be able to support them. What does supporting them look like? Well, when we have an area that opens up in a new market, we will typically go back there every couple of weeks. So in the beginning, it might be every 3 or 4 weeks. And then once the market starts getting a little bit more established, it's more like 6 or 8 weeks. So when you open up a new market, let's say you have somebody and they're, you know, 500 or 1,000 miles away from you, they're across the country. Really, you want to bring them into the team, bring them into the business with the intent that you are going to sponsor them and you're going to support them. Or if you are not at a spot in your business where you're ready to do that, it needs to be somebody in your upline support team. So in addition to traveling there and being in front of them and helping them launch, there's a couple of other things. Conference calls. As I mentioned, we have a big conference call coming up here. Why? Because as people start spreading out all over the country, obviously, you can't be in all places at once. When you have a team of 5 or 10 or 50 or 100 and they're all in your local area, it's cool. I mean, you can kind of help them, you can kind of support them. But once you start adding more zeros onto the numbers of people in your organization, it grows to, you know, 500 or 1,000 or, you know, get people in different places. There's no way that you can be there all the time to help all these different people. So the best way to do that is get everyone on a conference call where they can plug in, they can get some training, they can hear some inspirational stories. You know what they say, faith comes by hearing, right? So the more that they hear, the more that they're gonna believe for what is possible. If they're over there and they're kind of by themselves and they're pioneering the market and we know they're a stud, but they're like the Lone Ranger, well, it's easy to get picked off, right? So we want to make sure that they're a part of something so that they can be plugged in and they're going to get constantly fed. They're going to grow. They're going to hear inspirational stories. They're going to get some training. They're going to have the vision for what is possible because they're brand new starting in their market. Some other things is who are we looking for? Well, we're looking for leaders, just like always. But what is more important about why we want leaders to join the team if they're out of town is that really it's on them. Like if you have somebody and on the scale of 1 to 10, maybe they're not a 10, you know, maybe they're not a total rock star. They're somewhere, you know, somewhere in the scale, maybe, you know, 4 or 5, something like that. You can help them, you can support them. But when they're across the country, when they're 2, 3, 4, 5 states away, they got to be on their game, right? So it's important that when you bring somebody on board, you kind of let them know, hey, there's going to be huge opportunity, right? Like if you get the opportunity to open up a market, to open up a state, to open up an area where it's like a major metropolitan area and there's nobody there that knows about your business, that is big. I mean, that's how millionaires are created in our industry, right? But where there is much reward, there's also much work. So the work is going to go along with it. And so they have to be the type of person that's willing and capable to step up to the plate to make that happen. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about out of town people. Of course, if you have someone and you're like, man, this person, you know, they're a pastor or they're this awesome business person, they're, you know, they know a lot of people and you know, oh my gosh, they would be so awesome. Of course, reach out and give them a call, but just kind of keep in your mind, hey, if they come on board, how am I going to support this person? Who do I know, whether it's me that can maybe go there and help them, or maybe is there somebody in my upline support that I can call in and say, hey, if they get 10 people or 20 people or however many people on board, can we go there and help them? You know, kind of have that in the back of your mind so that you know that when you bring that person on, you're going to position them so they are in it to win it for the long term. So guys, I hope these points were helpful to you. If you have any other questions, definitely put them in the comment section. Thank you for your sweet words. I really appreciate it. One other thing is that one of the things that I would highly suggest, whether you're wanting to build a local organization or whether you do want teams in different parts of the country, is learning how to master social media. Social media is one of those things where if you are smart and you know what you're doing, you can actually pinpoint people to a specific location, or you can go, you know, throughout the country, even throughout the world. So if you would like to learn, you know, really how to start attracting people to you using this powerful thing that we're on right now called social media, then I would highly suggest doing it. I know it's been huge for me in our business. And how can you learn more about that? Well, if you click on the link that's listed in the description, you are going to get a free bonus training. It's an extra download. You can put it on your phone, your computer, listen on the go, but it covers the 4 essential elements for attracting prospects to you using social media. So get that. It's my free gift to you. I know it will absolutely help you build your business. And that is it for today, my friends. So if this was helpful, definitely leave a comment so I know. And if you have any other things that you wanted to hear about, let me know. Also, of course, feel free to share the replay. So that is it for tonight, my friends. Take care, be blessed, and I will see you all next time. For more great training and to receive your free MP3 download on how to attract prospects using social media, the 4 essential elements to attracting prospects, visit summergeronimo.com.